Welcome to Beyond the Nebula, where humanity doesn't just survive, we rewrite the stars. These original HFY stories explore what happens when humans show the galaxy what we're truly made of. Beyond Dominion sent their best, genetically perfected, ruthless, born to conquer, but they didn't expect her, an old woman, a cane, and a field of corn. That's all she had. That's all she needed. The invasion began like all the others. First, the skies burned. Orbitals lit up with energy spikes as the Varn executioners descended, giant gene-warped soldiers with bone armor and mines linked to the HiveNet. Their target, Valley Sector 17, a human outpost, agricultural, unarmed. The Varn expected surrender. Instead, they found Margaret Liu in her garden. She didn't run. She stood among the corn rows, wide-brimmed hat tilted, one hand on her hip, the other holding a rusted cane. The lead executioner stepped forward, 9 feet tall, voice dripping with artificial venom. Subject: evacuate. Your presence impedes Dominion reclamation. Margaret squinted up at him. You're trampling my spinach. The executioner blinked. Literally, his internal optics recalibrated. Non-compliance will result in termination. She leaned on her cane. Then I suggest you try. What the Varn didn't know, what they never understood, was that Earth's true power wasn't in its weapons. It was in its people. And Margaret Liu had lived through 5 wars, 2 climate collapses, and raising 4 kids on a barren frontier world. You think death scared her? She had taxes to deal with. When they lunged, she didn't flinch, because the cane wasn't just a cane. It was forged from repurposed star alloy, salvaged by her late husband during the last Orion scrap war. She'd buried him with honor, but she'd kept the cane. And when it struck the first executioner in the chest, it triggered a localized EMP burst that dropped him like a broken fridge. She didn't even lose her balance. The others hesitated. She smiled. That's when the drones hit, not hers. The fields. See, Margaret hadn't just been farming. She'd been breeding, not plants. Counter-AI spores. Tiny, invisible motes engineered to detect Dominion neural signatures. The moment the first invader stepped onto her land, they'd inhaled death. And now their hive link was compromised. They staggered, glitching, eyes flickering. Margaret walked past them calmly, cane clicking on the dirt. You came here thinking humans would kneel. You forgot, we grow where we're planted. One tried to shoot her in the back. The round never hit. Because the scarecrow in the middle of her field wasn't a scarecrow. It was a decoy rigged with a repurposed orbital railgun trigger. The entire right flank of the Dominion force ceased to exist. The remaining soldiers panicked, their uplink gone, their hive collapsing. And she just kept pulling weeds. Command was watching. From orbit, the Varn overseer screamed into the HiveNet. Why is the sector not secured? A broken, static-ridden response. We encountered resistance. From who? A pause. Then uncertainly, a farmer. By sundown, the invaders were in full retreat. 30 Varn dead, 1 Earthfield slightly singed. Margaret sipped her tea on the porch, shotgun across her lap. She'd earned that tea. Later, when Terran High Command arrived to investigate, they found the field restored, the cane polished, and Margaret baking bread like nothing happened. Ma'am, the officer said, do you realize what you've done? She nodded. Taught them a lesson. He blinked. What lesson? Margaret smiled softly. Don't sow where you don't belong. The Varn updated their invasion protocols that night. New directive. Avoid Earth farmers, because humans don't just fight. We endure. If you enjoyed this story, leave a like and comment. It helps us reach more sci-fi fans like you. And if you love tales where humans shake the galaxy, subscribe to Beyond the Nebula for weekly uploads. Original story by Beyond the Nebula, AI-assisted, human-created. Narrated by Beyond the Nebula. New episodes every week.